Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. Lots going on at the VALORANT World Championship. Big results continue to go down today, but also some drama yesterday. Ardiis getting into it with the Chinese team, but also Ye spotted on his return potentially to competitive play. Ye at the start of last season, it did not go as planned. The Bleed Esports situation didn't work out. The Cloud9 situation the year before that did not work out either. But what is next for Ye is a return on the cards. It's been radio silence memo over the last few months, but finally returning over the last few hours or so. Also spotted playing the Sentinel role a fair bit over the last couple of days. Does that mean that Ye is eyeing up a return to North American Valorant? And what sort of offers might he get after this World Championship is over? Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you are new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, some drama with Leviathan. Now this is involving Mazino, of course, player for those guys. And the timing is not good, obviously, given that they're currently at the World Championship trying to win the entire thing. So they come up with a statement and say, in light of events that have emerged on social media involving one of our players, we at Leviathan would like to inform you we're aware of the situation and we will take the appropriate measures. Now this stems from a series of tweets from this individual here, and I'm not going to go through the entire thing. Everything will be linked down below, of course, as always, because sometimes you get allegations, you get speculation. It's tough to say what's true, what's not true. So anyway, this individual comes out with their perspective on the situation with Mazino, making these claims, and obviously Lev have now responded, and it seems like Lev are going to look into this. They're going to do their own internal investigation, I imagine, and then they're going to come up with what they feel like is an appropriate response. There was also a follow-up as well from this other individual talking about their experiences with Mazino, but at the same time, there was also counterpoints to this, with some people saying that the original girl in question was, basically questioning whether what they are saying is necessarily 100% the reality of the situation. But actually, just as I refreshed the timeline here, I just spotted this here from Mazino giving his perspective and says, I want to express myself about the relationship with 3 years ago. It was a difficult and complicated time for the both of us, and I regret everything I did wrong and for having created the discomfort I did. Both made mistakes, and our actions were not always as supportive or understanding as they should have been between us. Obviously, I regret it, and I learned a lot about everything that happened. I recognize that relationships can be difficult, and I take responsibility for not knowing how to act in certain situations. I've been working on improving myself, becoming a better person, committed to learning from this experience and preventing something like this from happening again. I want to apologize to Nicole for the whole situation that she's going through. She's a wonderful person, love her very much indeed. Thanks for reading. Obviously, Mazino can say what he wants, but if he's, admitting to a lot of the truth potentially in what the individual initially said about, expressing violence and stuff like this, then Lev may look differently on it than just, nice one, on you go, continue the tournament. Complicated set of circumstances. This another big update of yesterday as well was on the VCT Ascension. So it's getting moved from Japan to Jakarta in Indonesia. So it's going to be new date, September 20th to the 29th. And Riot Jaker kind of confirms and talks about this and explains that they, obviously sorry to the fans in Japan, they couldn't make this work, but they're going to move it to Indonesia. I think the general feeling is, okay, this is pretty damn cool. Tough for the Japanese fans. But I think possibly, I don't know if this is true, but the speculation is that the reason why logistically, I think it was mainly a logistical issue, why they couldn't do it in Tokyo in the end. It might have been visa related. This is something that you can tend to see, certainly with, as the countries get more developed, getting a visa to go and attend those countries can be a challenge. And for certain players, that can be a real problem. So there was maybe a feeling that the Tokyo hosted event, for some sort of logistical reason, that's just speculation, wasn't going to work. So they go into Jakarta for the first time. I think that's actually really exciting, to be fair. And I'm sure it's going to be a very well-supported event out there in Indonesia for the Valorant Ascension stuff. Quickly on Ardiis as well, he's obviously been going through it over the last couple of days for good and for real. The Chinese seed has been, coming at his neck, shall we say, multiple different angles. And, so Sentinels, they get the win against FPX, they survive in the tournament. So obviously not going to be so easy for them. Gen.G are coming up tomorrow, and obviously Lev and Sen are still kind of supporting each other to some degree. They've both got to make something of a loser's bracket run. But Ardiis, he was hit offline yesterday. Not exactly sure how this occurred, or it's not like he's been banned on Twitch or anything, but seems like Ardiis got hit offline, some sort of DDoS attack or something. Whether that's coming out of China, I don't know, but because there's some debate on this really. Ardiis obviously is having a laugh with this whole thing. He's got the Chinese flag, he's playing Chinese songs, and there's always debate on stuff like this because clearly there is some, stereotyping going on here from Ardiis. Whether that qualifies as like racism, which is kind of what FNS is talking about, whether jokingly or real, I don't know. That's probably another question, and I suppose a bit of a grey area. At the end of the day, it is entertaining. So, if something is entertaining, we're going to talk about it.
There by himself.
What the is this?
Kind of nearby, but it's not enough. Again, and take whatever openings they're getting.
Ardiis got hacked. Yeah.
And right now,
he's been racist the entire time. He thought China would let him get away with that shit? Is he crazy? What did he think was gonna happen? They shut his shit down real quick. Guys, there was no way China was gonna allow Ardiis to disrespect them like that. There was no way. They knew it was disingenuous. Come on, brother. Wake up. He's tweeting in Chinese.
Yeah.
Ardiis! Ardiis, you got caught! You got caught, Ardiis! Ardiis, what made you possibly think they would let you get away with this shit? Ardiis, of course you're getting DDoS. I'm not banned. I'm not banned, you noob. They love me. John, listen to me, bro. John, they love me out there. They love me. Wait, was there a sign that said Finesse, are you okay?
One player supporting him. It's usually
Finesse! Are you okay? I'm doing just fine, thank you. Sure, let's look at let's see what this clown is up to. What the fuck? What's that? So this just isn't racist.
Okay, chat.
But they're able to
this isn't
now,
racist.
Chat. Do I buy a Billy Classic? Do I buy a Billy Classic, chat? Do I buy a Billy Classic? Because I just don't understand, chat. Every team I buy, we lose, chat. Every team I buy, we lose. Every single team.
Where I have Tens on standby, of course, with this Blobfish. 센티넬의 텐즈 선수 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 아 정말 오랜만에 맛보는 챔피언스 승리일 것 같아요.
Tens, bro.
개인적으로 감회가
It should be bailing up here. It should be bailing on the stage. It should be life on the stage.
I mean,
what is this switch up here?
Right?
It's been a really
Who wins the next game, Ardiis, so I can bet on the team. Billy win. Billy win next game, chat.
Okay, he said it.
Billy
I didn't say it. He said it. He jinxed them.
너무너무 좋은 시간을 보내고 있다고 얘기를 합니다. 오늘 경기 전반적으로
That was not me.
전반전만 힘들었던 것 같아요.
That was not me.
To be fair to Ardiis, maybe on some respects, he was a player for FPX at one point. Sure, at that point, they did not have a Chinese team, but he actually had a lot of success with FPX back in the day. So I thought it was just all rather interesting, to be honest. However, let's talk about the situation over with Ye, because Ye this year went over to Bleed. It didn't last especially long. Everything came crashing down quite quickly, and he's never been like officially dropped, I don't think, but Bleed effectively said that he was going to take some time away, and there was all sorts of drama behind the scenes with some of the other players on Bleed, potential friction and people clashing heads anyway, and all sorts of stuff has happened at Bleed. Maybe one of the reasons why Ye has gone was just to try and make the environment slightly, better for all involved, but their team was just terrible even without Ye towards the end of the season as well. And then Ye never said anything, right? Even when he was like kind of released, not really released, but was benched from the team or whatever, was going to take a step back from the roster, he never commented on it, he never gave his perspective, so we wondered, where is Ye? Is he still out there in the Pacific? Is he back in North America? Is he going to try and come back and play? And last night it was spotted, Yeaster in FNS's Twitch chat saying it's time. He's coming back, right? It's official. Well, it's not necessarily official yet, but it's cool to see this happen because I think most of us, the Bleed situation wasn't the best. Obviously, he cashed in the bag and presumably he's managed to make the bag at least for a year. But obviously his play wasn't very good. Many were hoping that he would be, performing better. Obviously, since the meta's changed with no chamber, is Ye going to ever be the player that he once was? I don't know. But obviously, Ye on the jet back in the day was great as well. So I think Ye still got it. It depends on the system, and it depends whether potentially a guy like FNS as the IGL could be the key to unlocking his play. But then again, we're pretty sure that Demon 1 is going to come back into NRG, and potentially FNS is still going to be there. So who knows what happens? I don't know the answer to these questions. What I do know is that Ye was spotted playing in just ranked and stuff over the last couple of days. This is the 7th of August, playing a fair bit on the Sentinel roles, right? Potentially trying to learn them at some point. And, well, obviously he throws in the Reyna right here. But apart from that, it was pretty consistently on the Cypher or the Killjoy. And actually, this is Ye's profile here on Tracker, 300,000 views on the profile. And you can see all the same stuff that we've just looked at right here. So, yeah, interesting. Ye is back playing Valorant, and he's playing a role that maybe could be, valid for certain teams. We talked about it with Rostermania previously, why this might make a better sense for him. Certainly on the Cloud9 days before he went there was talk about what role he might want to run. But let's talk about some of the elimination games. Vitality have just knocked Talon Esports out of the tournament. This was, a good showing from Primi again, as always, but obviously the rest of the team not quite there. So Primi doesn't make the run that he was, of course, hoping to make at this event. Still a very talented player, but they kind of got crushed this series. 13-6 Lotus, 13-8 on the Sunset in the ends, and Vitality move on to the decider game in that group. The other match, which is just going on and has just concluded map 1 of Paper Rex versus FUT Esports. This is for both teams to survive in the tournament, and just about Paper Rex got over the line game 1, 13-11 on FUT Esports pick. So we'll see if they can get the job done and close out the game on bind. If they don't, then, well, that's going to be absolute fireworks. But very much enjoyed your thoughts on all this stuff in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.